Fox News Alert. Paris police confirm a key arrest in Brussels of this man, Mohamed Abrini. He is the last identified fugitive from the Paris attack. And new reports say officials believe Abrini is also the mysterious man in the hat seen with two bombers at the Brussels airport. Bob Strang joining me now on the phone. He is former co-chair of the New York Anti-Terrorism Task Force. Bob, this is obviously a huge get for Paris police and those in Belgium. What do you know about how they picked him up and what would have led to this arrest?
Right, John. Well, it could be a combination of things. You have to remember that Salah Abdeslam has been cooperating with the Brussels police and the Paris police since his arrest. And actually, as they started to look into the neighborhoods and search, using search warrants and debriefing informants and other methods, they finally ran across Mohamed Abrini today. And remember, upon his arrest, they have identified him as the suspect in the white coat at the Brussels airport bombing. So this is a big, huge arrest for both Brussels and Paris and for all the intelligence community. Because even as they made these arrests, there were other arrests made today, and they're going to be searching all through those hard drives, those electronics, those phones, and this blows both cases wide open.
Abrini had not been publicly identified as having possibly been, associated with the Brussels attacks until today. Then all of a sudden, his arrest pops up essentially out of nowhere. He had been sought in connection with Paris, but this is the first time, as I understand it, he's been identified in connection with what happened at the Brussels, at the airport and the metro station.
Well, from the information that we have so far, John, it seems that they didn't know this. It seems that the information was really based on the Paris attack. And when they went in and made the arrest and looked at the photos, looked at other evidence, they realized that this is the same individual that was involved in the Brussels attack. We knew for quite some time that there was a connection between these two cells. This was, done in conjunction, both in Paris and Brussels. And today's arrest just confirms that this is part of one bigger cell, part of one big group that's formed out of ISIS. So there'll be more arrests. There's going to be a lot of information that comes from this. This is a very, very good finding for both Paris and Brussels, and frankly, for all of us, all over.
Brahim Abdeslam blew himself up in Paris. His brother Salah was arrested recently in Brussels in connection with the Paris attacks. This guy, Mohamed Abrini, supposedly, according to the BBC, was a childhood friend of theirs. I would think that police would have been looking into every association that they've made over the years.
Right, and they do. They build these charts that identify not only the brothers who work together, but relatives, people in the community. This is all part of the intelligence network. And although there are so many of these individuals that do tie back, they are on the radar screen, they are connected, but you need some evidence. You need more than the fact that they were childhood friends. You need more than the fact that they're related. You need more than the fact that they, went over to fight in Syria together. Although that's great intelligence, where's the evidence? And that's what we have today. We have the arrest, we have the evidence, and this is a big win for both Paris and Brussels, and frankly, even for our intelligence in the United States, because we look at this very closely. This is all on one page. When we look at these possibilities and these different cells that work around the world, these are the kinds of cases that just make us safer.